How long do you spend scrolling through spreadsheets every day? 10 minutes? 30? What if I told you that Excel power users almost never touch their mouse to move around a spreadsheet? In the next 8 minutes, you'll learn every cursor shortcut that matters, and you'll be faster in Excel than 90% of people in your office. Here's what most people do. They grab the mouse, click a cell, scroll down, click another cell, scroll right, click again. It works, but it's slow. Really slow. Every time your hand leaves the keyboard to reach for the mouse, you lose about 2 seconds. That doesn't sound like much, but if you do it 200 times a day, that's almost 7 minutes wasted. Every single day. Over a year, that's more than 25 hours, like an entire day of your life, just moving a mouse across a spreadsheet. Let's fix that right now. Level 1. The arrow keys. This is the foundation. If you're not using these already, start today. Press the right arrow key. The cursor moves one cell to the right. Simple. Down arrow, one cell down. Left arrow, one cell left. An up arrow brings you back. You can navigate in any direction, one cell at a time. Hold any arrow key down and the cursor glides continuously. But here's the thing. Moving one cell at a time is just the beginning. What if you need to jump to the end of your data? Level 2. Home and End. These two keys are incredibly useful and almost nobody uses them. Press End. Your cursor jumps to the last cell in the row. Instantly. No scrolling, no clicking. Press Home. You're back at column A, the beginning of the row. This works from anywhere. If you're deep in column G, column Z, column whatever, Home takes you straight back to column A, and End takes you to the last cell with content in that row. Think of it this way. Home is your starting line. End is your finish line. Level 3. This is where it gets powerful. Control plus arrow keys. Control down, the cursor jumps to the very last row of data in that column. I went from row 1 to row 20 in one keystroke. Control right jumps to the last column with data. I'm now at M20, the bottom right corner of my data. Control up, back to the top of column M, and Control left, back to column A. I just traveled around the entire border of my data in 4 keystrokes. Watch that again. 4 keys. The entire data set. This alone will change how you work in Excel. Level 4. The ultimate shortcuts. Control Home and Control End. Control Home. No matter where you are in the spreadsheet, row 500, column Z, doesn't matter. Control Home takes you instantly to cell A1, the very beginning. Control End, the opposite. It jumps to the very last cell that contains data, the bottom right corner of your entire data set. This is incredibly useful when you're working with large files and need to know where your data ends. Imagine a spreadsheet with thousands of rows. Instead of scrolling forever, Control End, and you're there. And Control Home brings you right back to the start. Let's recap. Here's your cheat sheet. Arrow keys. Move one cell at a time. Home, jump to column A. End, jump to the last cell in the row. Control plus any arrow, jump to the edge of your data. Control Home, teleport to A1. Control End, teleport to the last cell with data. 6 shortcuts. That's all you need to navigate any spreadsheet like a professional. Now here's the thing. Watching a tutorial is not the same as doing it. You need to practice these shortcuts until they become muscle memory. That's exactly why I built Practice Excel. Go to practice-excel.com. It's free. And try the cursor movement lesson. It's an interactive game where you practice every shortcut we just covered. You'll get 16 challenges across 4 levels, and by the end, these shortcuts will be second nature. In the next video, we'll learn how to select cells and ranges with the keyboard, which builds directly on everything you learned today. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And remember, the link to practice is in the description. I'm Practice Excel. See you in the next one.